What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mel here on a classic review. Today I'll be talking about thoughts on the 1993 Batman film, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, released back in 1993, and this was based on the famous acclaimed Batman the Animated Series from 1992 to 1995, is the first original theatrical film produced by Warner Bros. Animation. And achoo. Sorry about that. And it's also the first film in the DC animated universe and only one released theatrically. And before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? If so, you're going for a wild ride, boys, because, whoo boy, you're going to have one hell of a night. So yeah, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, based on the acclaimed anime series of the same name, which stars the late Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, Efren Zimbalist, Bob Hastings, Robert Costanzo, which also along with Delaney, Hart Bochner, Stacy Keach Jr., the late Abe Vigoda, Dick Miller, and John P. Ryan. Which, of course, this is actually a very good film. I seen this when I was younger, and when I saw this, I saw the character, the Phantasm, I was like, this would be interesting. As you know, the plot inspired by Mark D. Barr's Batman Year 2 comic book story arc, but features an original antagonist, the Phantasm, in place of the Reaper, while also borrowing elements from Batman Year 1 graphic novel, recounting how Bruce Wayne became Batman and his first attempt to fight crime. Originally, it was planned to be a direct-to-video release, but Warner Brothers gave Mask of the Phantasm a theatrical release, condensing its production into a strenuous 8-month schedule. The film was the first theatrical featured film produced by Warner Bros. Animation and was released through the studio's Family Entertainment division on Christmas Day on December 25th, 1993. To positive reviews from the critics who praised the stylized animation, voice performance, story, and music. In the years since its release, Mask of the Phantasm has developed a cult following and continued to receive acclaim. In 2011, Time ranked it as one of the 10 best superhero films ever. In 2017, Screen Rant named the film the best Batman movie of all time. In 2018, Pace Magazine called the film the greatest Batman movie. In 2022, last year, Empire Magazine named it the best Batman film. Also in 2022, Rolling Stone placed Mask of the Phantasm at number 19 on its list of 50 greatest superhero movies of all time, being the only traditional animated film included, the third best animated superhero film, and the second best Batman film of all time, behind The Dark Knight, which is number 8. Due to the decision to release it in theaters on short notice, Mask of the Phantasm failed at the box office. After its release on home media, it became financially successful. Its success led to other animated Batman film movies through direct-to-video releases such as Batman Mr. Freeze, Sub-Zero, later in 1998, until the limited release of Batman The Killing Joke in 2016. Mask of the Phantasm was the only animated Batman film to be given a theatrical release, as well as the only one to receive a full theatrical release until the Lego Batman movie in 2017. It was directed by Eric Radomski and Bruce Timm, screenplay by Alan Burnett, Paul Dini, Martin Pasco, Michael Reeves, story by Alan Burnett, based on Batman by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. Produced by Benjamin Beniker and Michael Ulsan. Edited by Al Breitenbach. Music by Shirley Walker, which of course it was produced by Warner Bros. Animation along with Don Gang Animation and Spectrum Animation, with a running time of 78 minutes. From a budget of $6 million, the box office was $5.6 million. Well, Warner Bros. Botched that one. As you know, we have returning cast members. We also have the late Kevin Conroy. If you remember him, he was famous for being Batman. We also have Mark Hamill as the Joker. Dana Delaney as Andra Beaumont, who is the love interest in Batman and Bruce Wayne. We also have Stacy Keach, who voices Cara Beaumont, who provides the voice of the Phantasm while masked. We have Hart Bochner as Arthur Reeves, the city council member, and the needle between Bruce and Andrea's love affair. We have the late great Abe Vigoda as Sal the Weezer Valestra, a head gangster, with a tie to both Bruce Andra Beaumont's dad's past and the current one. We have John P. Ryan as Buzz Bronski, one of the members of the Valestra's crew. We also have Alfred Zebasti as Alfred Pennyworth, Bob Hastings as Commissioner Gordon, Robert Costanzo as Harvey Bullock. Jeff Bennett provides also additional voices as first and second burglar, biker, cop in helicopter, cop on radio, SWAT team member, passenger on ship. We have Arlene Sorkin as Mr. Bambi, one of Bruce's social flirts, Miss Bambi, who is uncredited. During the production of this, impressed by the success of the first season of Batman the Animated Series on Fox, Warner Bros. Assigned Alan Burnett to write a story for a full-length animated film. The original idea for the film was to have Batman being captured by his enemy at Arkham Asylum and face a kangaroo court in which the villains try him, making them what they are. The idea concept, however, was considered too brainy as it requires Batman to be immobile for a long time, so the idea was later used in an episode called Trial, which we all know which one that is, which was aired after the film's release. Although the Joker does play a pivotal role in the film, it was Burnett's intention to tell a story far removed from the television series' regular rogue gallery. Burnett also cited he wanted to do a love story with Bruce because no one had really done it on TV show before the TV show. I wanted a story that got into his head. Members of the creative team have claimed that they did not intend for the Joker to appear in the film. Paul Dini was contradicted this, stating that the Joker's role was always part of the story from the beginning of the film's production. The writers were highly cautious of placing the Joker in the film, as they did not want any connection to Tim Burton's 1989 film Batman, but writer Michael Reeves said, We then realized that we could make his appearance serve the story in a way that we never could in live action. In order to keep the Joker as a solo threat, Bruce Timm and Burnett convinced frequent animated series writer Dini to not use Harley Quinn in the film for that reason. The same technique was previously used in the episode Joker's Wild and The Strange Secret of Bruce Wayne. Aiding Burnett in the writing of the script was Martin Pasco, who handled most of the flashback segments, Reeves, who wrote the climax, Dini, who claims he filled in the holes here and there. The film's plot was heavily influenced by the 1987 miniseries Batman Year 2, written by Mike W. Barr, and illustrated by Alan Davis, Paul Neary, Alfredo Alcala, Mark Farmer, and Tom McFarlane. Orson Welles' 1941 classic Citizen Kane served as an influence for the flashback as a story about loss and passage of time. According to Kevin Conroy, Andrea Beaumont was the name after the voice actor Andrea Romano. The character of Hazel, the cook robot of the World of the Future Fair, was named by Burnett after Hazel the maid, portrayed by the Academy Award-winning actress Shirley Booth. The Saturday Evening Post, protagonist of cartoonist Ted Keyes' TV series Hazel. On the other hand, the design of the Phantasm went into 20 different versions until one was found which convinced the film crew. According to Burnett, the Phantasm was like the Grim Reaper with a cape, although the idea was to make him resemble the ghosts of Christmas Yet to Come, or Christmas Future, of Charles Dickens' novel A Christmas Carol. Something even the Joker mentions in the finished version of the film. If you recall, when he's talking to, I think I don't know, he was talking to Valestra or Reeves in his office. Yeah, I think when he was talking to Arthur in his office when he said it wasn't Batman, it was actually, he recognized, he'd seen him. It was like the ghost of Christmas Future. Which, of course, yeah. Early in production, Warner Bros. Decided to release the film theatrically rather than straight to video. That had less than a year for the production time. Most anime features take well over 2 years from finished story to their final release. Due to this decision, the animators went over the scenes in order to accommodate the widescreen theatrical aspect ratio. The studio cooperated well, granting the filmmakers a large amount of creative control. Warner Bros. Also increased the production budget to $6 million, which gave the filmmakers opportunity to make more elaborate set pieces. The opening title sequence featured a flight through an entirely computer-generated Gotham City. As a visual joke, sequence director Kevin Altori set the climax of the film inside a miniature automated model of Gotham City, where Batman and Joker are giants. This was a homage to the mainstay of Batman comic books of the Dick Sprang era. Often the hero fighting against a backdrop of a gigantic prop. They would later do another homage to Sprang's work in the new Batman Adventures episode Legends of the Dark Knight. From start to finish, the film was completed within 8 months. About a year, I think. Half a year. The theme, Paul Dini attended each of the flashbacks in the Batman's love life to have a tendency to get worse when you hope things will get better. Bruce's relationship with Andrea, which at first shows promise, eventually turns into a turmoil. At first, Bruce and Andrea are set to be married, but Bruce is given a farewell note from Andrea, cutting off the relationship. This eventually leads him into becoming Batman. Richard Corliss of the time felt the scene paralleled Andrea's decision to avenge her parents and reject love when she finds her own father murdered. Both events transformed the two people, Bruce becoming Batman and Andrea becoming the Phantasm. One scene depicts Bruce Wayne at his parents' grave saying it didn't count on being happy. According to Reeves, this scene was to be a pivotal moment in Bruce's tragic life, as he denies himself the opportunity to live a normal life. Reeves also stated when Bruce put on the mask for the first time after Andrea breaks their engagement, Alfred says, "My God." He reacts in horror because he's watching this man he helps raise from childhood. This man who has let the desire for vengeance and retribution consume his life, at last embrace the unspeakable. Yeah, when we see that silhouette of him, we always see the eyes of what he became as Batman, the fear of the night. As for the music, it was composed by Sherry Walker, the main composer for the animated series. Walker cited the score as a favorite among her own compositions. In an interview with CinaMusic.com, Walker explained that the Latin lyric used in the main title were actually the names of key Warner Bros. Stats read backwards. Yeah. The song I Never Even Told You was written by Seda Garrett and Glenn Ballard. It was performed by Tia Carrere and Hans Zimmer, who would later compose the score for the Dark Knight trilogy, played the synthesizer on the score. The score was originally released on December 14th of 1993 by Reprise Records. And then on March 24th of 2009, La La Land Records released a limited expanded edition. Includes all tracks found in the original release, with some tracks expanded. It also features almost 30 minutes of previously unreleased material. That's actually pretty cool. Which I kind of figure it was actually the names of the crew backwards, because there was an episode of the Nostalgia Critic where he's talking about this particular scene, which actually this gag with the names of everybody involved in the film to have the names read backwards, which actually the chorus sounds pretty cool. As for marketing, on December of 1993, two novelizations were released. One was a young reader's book written by Andrew Heffer, with the other being an adult-oriented novelization offered by Gary Gravels. DC Comics released a comic book adaptation written by Kelly Puckett and drawn by Mike Parbeck. The comic book adaptation was later included in the VHS release. Kenner, who had released toys for the cartoon series, produced several tied-in figures for the film, including the Joker and the Phantasm, packaged en masse, spoiling a pivotal plot in the film. Batman Robin Ventures Annual Issue 1, Shadows of the Phantasm, is a comic book sequel to the film. It was written by Dini and released in 1996. In 2015, DC Collectibles action figure 2-pack featuring Batman and Phantasm was released. As for home media, it became more successful. It was first released in Laserdisc in 1994 and then VHS on that same year. Then again, in VHS in 2003 as a reissued as part of the 3-tape pack with Sub-Zero and Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. Mask of the Phantasm was first released on DVD on December 1999 as a snap case, and on 2005 as a keep case with the insert. The film was re-released in April 2004 as a 3-disc DVD box set, including Sub-Zero and Return of the Joker. The version is currently out of print. Warner Bros. Video released the film again on 2008 as a double feature with Sub-Zero, which that's actually the one I have. Not that one with Sub-Zero. That's the only one disc one that features the Phantasm. That's it. The film was released as part of Warner Archive Collection on Blu-ray on July 25th of 2017, featuring new high-definition transfers of the 16:9 and Oval Matte 4:3 presentation. The film also included the Blu-ray release of Batman the Complete Animated Series box set in late 2018. As for the box office, well, let's just say Warner Bros. Kind of botched it, since it flopped. But soon later, when it was released in home media, it became a major success. And to this day, it's considered one of the best Batman films, if you remember what the critics said. As number 2 says The Dark Knight is number 8. As for critical acclaim, Michael Uslan said this in 1992, Mask of the Phantasm is probably the best Batman movie ever made. It certainly has the best story. The movie will always stand up against time. It's a testament to the quality of the show that Bruce launched in 1992, which I will agree. Empire cited in the best anime, like I said, etc., etc. It felt contained storylines than Tim Burton's 1989 film Batman, including Batman Returns. TV Guide magazine was impressed with the Art Deco noir designs that was presented, which I would agree. If you've seen the opening scene of, you see that glide through Gotham City, that Art Deco style, dude, that's a work of art. Who wouldn't hang that in their office, that frame of that style of Gotham City? Literally. Okay, to me, you have the two best versions of seeing the good view of Gotham City. You have the Tim Burton version of Gotham City, and the Mask of the Phantasm. From the anime, and including the animated series. The one from 1992 to 1995, I think? Let me see. Oh yeah, it's 95. But still, dude, that film should have got an Oscar for that. But of course, Warner Bros. Fucked it up. That's the right word for it? Agree or disagree? If the show, imagine if they took the time, like 2 years. I wonder what it would look like. That would be pretty more impressive. As for accolades, alongside The Lion King and Nightmare Before Christmas, Mask of the Phantasm was nominated for an Annie Award in category of Best Animated Feature, but lost to the former. Placing bets, people. Who do you think won? Lion King or Nightmare Before Christmas? Yeah. I'm guessing the Mouse House. But yeah, to me, you get a lot awesome scenes. Like, first you have, after that, it's the murders, where the Phantom pins the murders on Batman for each of the gangsters' deaths. I think the first death was Chucky Saul in the parking lot. Then you have Buzz in the graveyard, which the Phantom pushed a giant headstone of an angel and crushed him to death. Jesus fuck. And I think if you see different styles, including the shading, damn. If it wasn't black and white, it would look pretty dope. It looked like something from a noir movie. And you also have the constant flashbacks between Batman, including his past, before he was Batman, including his relationship with his ex-fiancée. And now he has a little tendency of stalking her when she's dating city council member Arthur Reeves. Which he's the tie to the why her father died. He snitched on the mob because Mr. Beaumont will not give him more money for his campaign. And also, the most interesting of all, the Joker. You don't see the Joker until you see the flashbacks when we see Valestra and his gang, and we see a mysterious person right there outside the chauffeur, outside the Beaumont mansion. And it's like, wait, who is this guy? Do we know him? And that's when we see Bruce take a photo of Mr. Beaumont and the rest of the members of the mob, and he sees the guy. He grabs a colored red pencil, draws a red smile, and he realizes who it is. It's the Joker. Before he was the Joker. Usually when he see that photo right there, you hear the Joker's laugh. That is a massive perfection right there, because, hey, you better thank Tim Burton for us, but the difference between that one, hey, either way, that scene right there. And cuts to Joker visiting Arthur Reeves in his office right there. And he tells Joker his business. He knows because he knows that Batman was not the murderer, and he knows. He even caused the death of Valestra as well, by with a smile on his face. How? I do not know. I don't know he was the one who caused the blow up to his penthouse, but yeah, it was Joker who blew up the house. That's his style. You gotta go with a smile with a bang. Boom! But yeah. It's kind of interesting. You see the flashback between Bruce's decision if he wants to have a happy life or becomes Batman. Because, hey, you see the conflicts between him to have a normal life or seek justice. Because, hey, he's right there on his knees on the grave of his parents asking him to have a normal, happy life. Which, and during a storm, you imagine every time you see a lightning strike, it's like an answer. He's answering his question right there. It's like, damn. It's like, and of course, you see him, he'll have a happy life until he receives a letter from Andrea, but he doesn't know the full story, which, of course, we did get to see the backstory of what actually happened when Bruce leaves Andrea home. We see the mob boss friend her father to death after he failed to pay him back, which he promised him to pay him back when the banks are open. Unfortunately, the bank won't be open, so they ran off, and she has to break off his engagement because she wanted to ask Bruce if he could pay them back, but he doesn't want to get him involved, so I think that's kind of sad because if he asks him to pay him back, because I think Bruce might understand the situation, then things would be a lot different because there's be a loophole right here. If Andrea's dad asks Bruce to pay him because, well, Bruce is a billionaire, so he can actually pay him back and still marry Andrea. But no, he don't want to get him involved, which of course leads him to the path of becoming Batman. As for Andrea, we did get a flashback when she arrives to kill the Joker. We see what actually happened to her father. She saved the Joker for last because he was the one who murdered her father while they were hiding. Literally, she returns home from grocery shopping. He pops out the door until he fought because she said he paid him back, but nope. He finds him dead. And Joker just pick up the apple from the grocery she dropped casually and eat an apple. Damn. And it was like and the Joker knew who the Phantasm was because he put two together because he knew who it was. It has to be the person who he was ordered to kill, and it's the daughter. Like Batman's a symbol of justice, she wants vengeance, which it was a path she went through. She wanted to get revenge on the men who ruined her life with Bruce. And yeah, which of course Bruce tells her, what would vengeance solve? If anyone knows that answer, it's you. And you have the climax in the ending. We see she grabbing the Joker, who looks like he's defeated, and we forgot the Joker doesn't like to go out. Well, he likes to go out flashy, so he rigs the whole park with a bomb. It explodes, and you see the most iconic laugh of all. You see the Joker laughing. He's like, I say Mark Hamill did the best. He's like the best impression of the Joker. That scene right there, when Joker's seeing the whole thing blowing up, you see that choir booming the pipes right there. And you hear the Joker's laugh insanely as he laughs, and Dre looks at him like, you're doomed, you fuckers! Damn, that laugh. And they vanish. They both vanish, and Batman falls through a hole, which leads to him out of the water, which leads him to safety when the part blows. And I always wonder, what happened to the Joker? Because in the ending, we see Andrea on a ship, leaving on a ship, wearing a veil, and where's the Joker anyway? That's a good question. Did she kill him? What did he do to him? That I do not know. Soon after, Bruce is back in the Batcave with Alfred tending his wounds. That's when he knows someone's shiny, and it turns out it's the locket. That turns out she's alive, but it's saying that she disappeared and never seen again. But of course, he returns being Batman into the Bat Single, and yeah. But still, and this won't be the only time we see Andrea. Because we see her in Batman, and I think it was in Justice League, where we meet Terry, the new Batman from Batman Beyond, confronting the Waller, now an old woman, explaining the story of Project Batman, which, of course, the world needs a new Batman, and Terry is actually the son of Bruce Wayne, but not officially because, remember, Batman leaves a lot of pieces away, especially his own blood, so she has his scientists take a blood sample and injected it in Terry's father, which of course, containing his gene structure, becomes a clone of Batman, of Bruce Wayne. And the only way to have him to become Batman is have a tragic event, the death of his parents. So, and guess who she hired? Andrea, dressed as a Phantasm to murder them, but she hesitates and decides not to. And we see an H Andrea. Where did Waller find her after all this time? And she still can fight in that damn thing? Shit. And remember the Phantasm has the white eyes. This one has red eyes. Like, holy shit. But fortunately, Faye has his way, and Terry's dad gets murdered by the corrupted group from, you know who I'm talking about. Which she explains that when her time comes, she has a lot to answer to the Lord. Which, yeah, I think because after years, I think she's made peace. And Terry decides to marry his girlfriend. Right there. And we see Bruce right there, now an old man. Like, not like you see in the anime series, like from Batman Beyond, like he's like still buff and old. Now he's like fragile and old. And grouchy all the time because, hey, he never had children. He never had a descendants, so that would be a tricky problem. But yeah, people. And those are my thoughts on Batman Beyond. No, sorry. Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. And I consider this one of the best animated Batman films. Hey. And the only theatrical Batman film. But let me know in the comments down below what you think of Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? What was your favorite character? What was your favorite scene? To me, come on. This art style, because this is the prime during the anime series, and this is beautiful right here. And like a good example. This is among this and the Tim Burton films. Yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of Batman Mask of the Phantasm. And if you're new to the channel, remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and remember our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers, or at least 500k. Because on May of this year is our 11th anniversary, so let's do this. Until then, have a great day, everybody. Peace out.